better. How long does it take to set a table for two? Would you believe? A half an hour? Well, that's how long that this one's going to take, because the people working here today, Philip and Jay and Brian, are all setting this up for Oregon Home Magazine. The photographer is on hand, and we're going to go behind the scenes of this beautiful house and see what goes on here today, too. Stay with us. It's going to be a great show. This house was built in 1894, and the current owners wanted to keep the feeling of the old house, but double the square footage, update it, bring in all the latest amenities, but not make it look like a giant house from the street. I think they've succeeded, and the credit for that goes to this man, Kevin Fischer, with hammer in hand. Now, Kevin, how did you do it? This was 1,600 square feet approximately. Now it's 32, but it doesn't look like a gargantuan house. What was the trick?
No, it doesn't. The key was in the master bedroom, the large space which we'll go into upstairs. We buried it back at the back of the house.
So way up above this gable end, back there, there's a master bedroom and a whole second floor that wasn't here before.
Exactly. A huge master bedroom, an office, and a bathroom up there that you really can't see from the street.
It's got nice street appeal. Let's go inside and see the touches you've added inside. Well, inside, it does not look like it's 105 years old. There are some features that look that old, but everything looks so fresh and up to date. Look at these window casings and the windows themselves. Are these old or refinished or redone, or what's the story on these?
The windows are all new. They're new wood windows, and the casings we salvaged from the home.
So these are energy efficient. They're not going to have a lot of energy lost through the windows?
Exactly.
And the casings, you don't see casings like that on house anymore. The big, thick, and the crown moldings and such. Very nice touch.
They're all cedar also, which is something you don't often see.
Now the floor, a light oak, but originally this had a much darker stain to it. And they wanted to lighten it up for appearances?
Yes, so we just took it down and gave it a natural finish.
And this behind us here, this fireplace, myrtle wood, you say. Was this in the house originally back in 1895?
Yes, it was, and that's the original location. The tiles are new, but you would never know it.
Now, when I'm standing in the middle of this, I still feel like it's a small cottage. I don't have any evidence that there's a second floor. I don't see a stairway. How do you get up to the second floor?
Well, that was part of the design. The owner really had a desire for secret passages, an interest in that, and what we did was we hid the door, and we hid the stairway in here, and the door is right around the corner.
Oh, secret passage, okay. Kevin, I understand the homeowners are hoping to live in this house until their golden years, their 80s or 90s. Yet we're walking up a big staircase here, and I'm thinking, well, a staircase in your 90s might not be the way to go. What's the idea behind that?
That's right. It is their retirement home. So what we did was we made provisions on the first floor in the bathroom for a washer-dryer, and there's also a guest room down there which they can use as their master bedroom if they wanted to retreat from this and to live on the first floor.
Very good. Look at this window behind it. What is that, about 100 feet tall? Something special about this window.
This is a triple hung window.
Triple hung.
When you open the bottom sash, the top sash goes down.
That's got to be great for air circulation.
It sure is. You can feel it coming in and it goes out the top.
Warm air rises out the top, cool air floods back in the bottom. Speaking of windows, check this one out. This has got to be handmade.
That is a handmade window, leaded glass window. Mike McCary, the craftsman who did all the leaded glass in the house. And this space was actually designed for this bed, which goes right here below that window.
The homeowners came to you and they said, we want to build a house around our bed, or we want to build a room around the bed. How often does that happen?
Every room has a piece of furniture that the room was designed around in this house.
So when you saw this bed, then what were you thinking design-wise?
Well, it had to go here and it had to line up with that window. The size of it works perfectly.
So you got the dimensions and everything just for that. Out here, a little garden space. You went to all the trouble to build a second floor, and yet you didn't fill it all up with interior space. This seems like a real nice feature.
Well, the house had this unique feature. The existing house was that this was a flat roof out here and a flat roof over there where the bathroom is. And They were very specific about wanting a big bedroom, an office, and a bathroom, but when it was done, we had this other space left over, which works very nicely as a garden. And the way that the house sits back on the lot, there's a privacy issue that they can have because they're not staring into a window.
Their own secluded garden here. Very nice. Well, Kevin, let's go down and see how they're doing in the kitchen.
Okay.
The crew from Oregon Home Magazine is hard at work making the kitchen look really pretty for the magazine cover, but they have a lot to work with, really. What was your main goal in the kitchen design?
Well, Susan uses her kitchen all the time, and it was a small kitchen, and we needed to make it larger, so we added a breakfast room off to the side there, to the north side, which made a very nice space outside. And all the cabinets and everything is new. The leaded glass is new inside. And when we were restructuring the house, because we found that some of the walls were not structural, they were built out of 1x12 fir, we took the fur out, salvaged it, and our cabinet maker milled it up and used it as the back of the island piece there.
Wow, recycling.
Recycled fur.
So you're telling me that the walls of the house had no studs in them?
They had no studs in them.
And you were going to add a second floor on top of a house with no studs?
Structural challenge.
That structural challenge is an understatement.
We had to add some framing so that we could tie the plates together and make it work with all the seismic codes now that we're dealing with.
I noticed the kitchen countertops are made of wood. Is that going to be a problem when it comes time to cook and chop things?
Not at all. They do require a lot of maintenance, though. They're rubbed with mineral oil once a day for a week, once a week for a month, and once a month for a year. And Susan has been doing that religiously, and they really have a nice luster to them.
Yeah, well, we'll let these people get back to work.
Okay.
You can find out more information on any of our stories today by logging onto our website at KOIN.com. Handy Randy and Friends will be right back.